Shalom Israel. We're gonna give y'all a little bit of time to come in so y'all can join this live Tuesday Brotherhood class, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe.
That's right.
One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. One West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar like you glycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nominee and domino. So what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical. This is funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas just popping shit. Team of all stars. I coach them up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way your vomit isn't regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit's got a retarded sense. All the dominance. One West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, use my maneuvers, but I ride like I got roof bombs for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 million Lugers, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Alligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they want every dollar. They rhyme bomb like Apollos, let the semi holler. A showstopper when the promise is a titty bopper. But now I'm going up Patron premium a vodka. I put his pictures on the block, modify the chopper. Swore heavy, war ready, and that's word to mama. No marijuana say I got the loud silence on it. When I'm a corner, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat so, none of them can get to the fire. But ran with me, and I had a nigga spill like a tire. Had a deep, and I'm still dope as a fighter. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Feel the igniter, I'm winning, coming through with the silence because I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
That's right, Israel. The storm is coming, man. Alright. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. We started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana.
Right.
And we have been the home of the truth since 1969, giving the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian their identity and their truth and their lineage back, man.
That's right.
I'm Officer Thamakia. And next to me, we have Officer Razan Ayash. All right, this is ISUPK Austin. If you tuned in, we appreciate y'all appearance and participation, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Make sure you share this video so the audience can get the truth that they need and that they can ask questions if they need. And if anybody comments on Facebook, Bible Shah, let me know.
Welcome, sir.
All right, today we're gonna be going over 2 articles. The first article we're gonna be talking about is the chairman of the Proud Boys is sentenced to jail, man. He's sentenced to jail. And the second one, will be about the about your Reverend Al Sharpton
That's right.
and how he took the COVID-19 shot and still got the corona. And it's in his household. Him and his wife are sharing the same hospitalization today, man. All right. So let's jump into the scriptures about this, because our people need to know something, man. And what our people need to know is the truth. And the truth isn't coming out of ISUPK mouth, man. The truth comes from having the sword of righteousness by going through these scriptures, not adding to them and not taking away from them.
That's right.
So let's let the scriptures speak for themselves. Give me what you got, priest.
Another one come. Book of John, chapter 14, verse 1. Let not your heart be troubled. Ye believe in God, believe also in me.
Man, that's brotherhood right there, man.
Right.
Don't let your heart, aka your mind, be troubled. Don't be focused so much on this upcoming Labor Day. Don't be troubled if your parents still want to celebrate Christmas. How about you separate from them, man?
That's right.
That don't mean stop loving them. Just separate yourself from them. Let them know that that stuff is not in the Bible. That you don't want to break the laws, statutes, commandments behind some wicked pagan holiday.
That's right.
Some wicked identity theft. Some wicked plagiarism where they want to have you worship other things outside of worshiping the Most High God. The scriptures say, ye believe in God, also believe in me. Give me the next verse, Baba Shah.
Another one come. Verse 2. In my Father's house are many mansions.
In my Father's house, there's going to be many mansions, man. Don't worry about being troubled right here, right now. Because what awaits you is what you've been fighting for so long.
That's right.
You need to be a strong-minded, strong-hearted person.
Right.
Don't fall for the wickedness. Don't fall for dressing up your kids celebrating Halloween this year or next year or the decades after that, man. That's troubling your mind. That's putting something else above your Father. Go ahead.
If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you.
Man, this is your King speaking, man. Jesus Christ, that we know of, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. He's letting you know, I'm going to a place. And this place I'm preparing for you, Israel, not for anybody else. I'm not preparing some White House for me to return. So why are you even worried about the riots that are happening in the White House? Let them fight amongst themselves. Let them be uncontrollable beasts like they are in the field. That is not your culture. That is not your identity. That is not your nationality. You are to abide by these laws, statutes, commandments, and hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God diligently.
That's right.
That's why he sends priests and prophets back into the world time after time again, man. To wake you the hell up, Israel. To stop the madness that we want to do to each other. We'd rather go to war with each other off some he say, she say. Off some cherry picking, off of anything that's unrighteous because we learned that from the oppressor. Well, guess what? That's not true brotherhood. Christ is showing you the true brotherhood right here in these scriptures. If you believe in God, then you should also believe in me because I believe in the Most High. He is the Father, and He has already prepared a mansion of many mansions for us, for you. Go ahead.
I go to prepare a place for you. Verse 3. And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also.
Man, he's telling you all you have to do is come back to this Bible. Come back to your identity, come back to your culture, and everything will be Tawab. Tawab means good.
Right.
All right? So if y'all want to learn this language, say, listen, I have the most Tawab nationality ever.
That's right.
I will never be known as an African American again. I'm coming back home. I want to bring it back home. So the ISUBK is at home, man. Until Christ return. We want to have something strong and righteous so when Christ comes, he's proud of us. Because right now, he is not proud of Christianity. He is not proud of Buddhism. He is not proud of Hinduism, Judaism. The Most High dwells right here in Isupk, man. That's why, under Commander Junior Hanna, we speak the truth. We give y'all the foundation and the blueprint of this Bible. So if you have any questions about the scripture that I just read to you, man, either give your local camp leader a call or comment into the section in Facebook, man, so we can get your questions answered. Bible Shah. Let me get Matthew 22, verse 14.
Book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen.
Read that one more time. Right?
For many are called, but few are chosen.
Listen, many people are called to do the great works, to do the foundation of Israel, to do what else? False prophecies. But only few are chosen to actually have the knowledge and the right spirit of it, man. Al Sharpton was the one that was called to do the work, but he wasn't chosen, man. He was chosen to get the COVID-19. That's what he was chosen for. Enrique of the Proud Boys was called to do the great works, but he was not chosen. He was chosen to go to jail, man. All right? Brother Polite was called, but he wasn't chosen. So you have a bunch of false prophecies and false doctrines and fake Hebrew Israelite groups that we are not affiliated with. The ISUPK stands alone, and guess what else we stand? We stand strong in this truth, man.
That's right.
We raise up men to be righteous warriors, to rule over their households righteously, not wickedly, man. We want to do this correct. We want to change our lives by destroying the wicked bastards that we were before.
That's right.
And come under this banner, man. And under this banner, there are no cowards and no excuses.
Damn right.
You have to dedicate your life to serve the nation of Israel. If you're so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, that's all you should be worried and focused on. All right, boot kisses might come along, but guess what they mean, man? They are a spittle to the Most High.
That's right.
They don't mean a goddamn thing.
Damn right.
We already know that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Mm-hmm. All right? They have to show that form of humility because we've been humiliated second by second, moment by moment, year by year. What is 5 seconds of their life getting humiliated really gonna do? They still gonna go out in the world, be a cunning hunter, be a wicked bastard, and deceive you. Devil is just another word for deception and lying. So we have to step away from the madness and acknowledge who is being called outside of who is really chosen. All right? Jesus Christ was chosen. Moses was chosen. Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, Matthew, Luke, John. You know what I'm saying? It don't stop. You got priests and prophets is here today waking up the dead, giving you the righteous movements of how your spirit should be amongst your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
All right, because brotherhood is sisterhood. Sisters, if you are coming into the truth and your other one is still in the world, listen, still love that brother. Show him how righteous the UPK really is, and you'll be doing the same fishing that we doing, sis.
That's right.
Give them to your camp leader. You know what I mean? Give them to your camp leader so Commander Junior Hanna can raise up that man righteously.
That's right.
Because in the UPK, we raise men.
Damn right.
We don't raise no sissies. We don't raise no half-steppers. All right? That's why we so elite, man. We so elite because we are made in the image of the Most High to follow these laws, statutes, commandments.
Damn right.
And we are men of war. All right? We're not going to stand down when it comes time to take ground in any city across this world. In any little town across this world neither. We're not gonna stand down. We can be right in the faces of our oppressors, letting them know that we love our brothers and sisters so much that we're gonna try our damnedest and our hardest to strengthen their minds so they can come out of the conditions that they in, man.
That's right.
Damn right, priest.
If I may, sir. You know what I'm saying? We teach as priests and prophets that we want brothers and sisters to come back to their identity.
Right.
We want our brothers and sisters to put back on their righteous masculinity and their righteous femininity, man, for the whole purpose of building your nation, man. You know what I'm saying? But when the Constitution was written, you know what I'm saying, we were just 3/5 of a man. But us as priests and prophets in Isupk, we're trying to give back our people their identity, their culture, and their righteous humanity, man. But our oppressor, when he made the Constitution, we were barely human to him, man. And it still stands today. You know what I'm saying? They think very less of us. They think very cheaply of us, man. We're expendable. You know what I'm saying? We're expendable. You know what I'm saying? Well, come back, stay in these classes, man. Put on your righteous masculinity and femininity. You know what I'm saying? We'll teach you how to have brotherhood and sisterhood because that's how we build our nation, man.
Right.
We put back that masculinity, put back your righteous humanity, and we teach strictly from the Bible, man. You know what I'm saying? I may be kind of rambling, but my own point is that we're giving you back your righteous humanity but at the same time, as quote unquote citizens in the U.S., we're 3/5 of a man. You know what I'm saying? We're less than human to our oppressor, when really, by nature, spiritually, he's barely a human himself, man.
Right.
It's a lot.
Nah, no sweat, priest. That's heavy what you was bringing to the table, man. If I could, I'm gonna piggyback off of what you were saying. Let me get Matthew 12:50, Bible shot. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of history before he pulls that scripture. Like even Christ himself was amongst his people. And his own family approached. His mother was like, "Hey, where's my son? Let me speak to my son." Christ was like, "What are you talking about? My family right here walking with me in the faith, man, putting in this work,
That's right.
putting in this dedication, serving the Most High righteously. Who's my mother? Who's my father, man? Let's get to the meat of that whole conversation and situation." I'm ready when you ready, priest.
Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 50. For whosoever shall do
No, it says anybody.
For whosoever.
Man, that is a dominant phrase to put. He's not including everybody.
That's right.
He says whosoever. It's not for all of Israel. Because why? Many are called, few are chosen. Go ahead.
For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Man, that's who Christ's predominantly family is. Those who want to serve the Most High.
That's right.
Those who want to continue the will of God righteously.
That's right.
Those that lay down their life for their brethren and their sister, man. The only thing you got to worry about in the Isupk is another brother biting the bullet for you.
That's right.
Or before you. You can be like, man, I got it. Somebody else is, phew. You understand? That's righteousness. And that's what our King did for us, man. To have salvation. To have that same glory. All right? Be ye perfect, which the Father is in heaven. That's for you. So there should be no excuses on why you can't put down that pork chop. Why you can't put down that shrimp, man. Why you can't stop smoking them cigarettes or that blunt. There should be no excuses to be perfect. So ask your Christian pastor that. Because being a homosexual is not being perfect.
That's right.
All right? Being a child molester is not being perfect. The wages of sin equals death, man. And one sin does not outweigh another. So if you stealing from your brothers and sisters, guess what your wages of sin are? Death. So if you commit adultery or somebody kills somebody, guess what's the same consequence? Death, man.
Right.
We are being spiritually dismantled. All right? We are at a spiritual warfare right now. And it's been like that for generations after generations after generations. And it came until 1969 that we brought the truth back to life, man.
That's right.
Because each and every last one of our leaders have failed us. Even our parents, man.
That's right.
Read that scripture one more time, Bible.
Another one come. Book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 50. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father, which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
That's right. Christ spoke the truth.
Damn right.
That's why he was so hated, man. I'm going to paraphrase this scripture and then we're going to get into the article, man. Because the truth to set you free, man.
Mm-hmm.
It may be rough, rugged, and raw, but go ahead and just tell the truth, man. Go ahead and let the truth set you free.
That's right.
Because right now, America is not setting you free at all. I don't know what freedom actually meant to the men that lived before us. Because there has never been a piece of the pie for you, Israel.
That's right.
There have been 3/5 of the crust. You're not going to get the actual pie, but you can get 3/5 of the crust. Even in sports, like if you making millions, guess how much they making off of you? Billions. You are getting the crumbs. You are nickel and diamond until you come back unto the Most High and serve Him righteously like Christ did, man.
Damn right.
And put down your life and die, man. Become a new creature. Become what the Most High really has set forth for your destiny. It's gonna be a long journey, man. I can tell you that right now. But you're gonna have to fight, man. You're gonna have to stop being discouraged. You're gonna have to let them demons just wander around. All right? Don't let your heart be troubled from now on, Israel. Come into this one body so you can be on one accord with serving the Most High like the Isupk is.
That's right.
All right? We will remain dominant over our oppressors and lift up the skirts to their lies and their deceptions and their deceitfulness. I can keep naming things, but I'd rather focus on giving you the cure, Israel.
That's right.
And your cure is turning your back away from the envy that they have from you. Turning your back from the holidays that they set forth amongst you. Turning your back from eating abominations or sleeping with abominations, man. That's how you continue to live for a living spirit instead of a dying spirit. All right? Because when you strung out on drugs, you are letting a sorcerer control your mind. All right? Destroy your insides. It's just like, good night. I'm not going to go there, man. Just stop. Stop, man. Stand up. Stand firm on your 10 toes like you really want, man. Either you're going to stand for something or you're going to keep falling for everything. All right, let's jump into this article, Baba Shah.
Another one come, sir. All right, this is from CNN. Monday, October 23rd, 2021. Proud Boys leader sentenced to more than 5 months in jail for burning Black Lives Matter banner and bringing high-capacity rifle magazines to D.C. Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio was sentenced Monday to more than 5 months in jail for burning a church's Black Lives Matter banner in December and bringing high-capacity rifle magazines to Washington, D.C., days before the U.S. Capitol insurrection. The decision was handed down Monday by Judge Harold L. Cushenberry, Jr. of D.C. Superior Court. Even though Tarrio was not in Washington on the day of the January 6th insurrection, the judge said Tarrio's preceding conduct in the nation's capital undermined American democracy. This court must Go back. This court must respect the right of any citizen to peacefully assemble protest, and make his or her views known on issues, Cushenberry said. But Mr. Tarrio's conduct in these criminal cases vindicate none of these democratic values. Instead, Mr. Tarrio's actions betrayed them. Tarrio, who has led the far-right extreme organization since 2018, pleaded guilty in July to the 2 misdemeanors.
Yeah, that they gave this man a misdemeanor. Black man, do not fall for these propagandas, man. For these agendas.
Right.
All right, he may be our brother in bloodline, but spiritually, he's not our brother, man. He wants you to fall into that same snare and that same trap. He works for the Proud Boys. If nobody knows who the Proud Boys are, they dedicate their lives to Donald Trump. They're Republican supporters, okay? Everybody know half or all of the Republicans are Edomites. You know what I'm saying? The so-called white man.
Right.
All pressure. So if you were to try this, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, your consequence just may have been a bullet to your dome, man.
That's right.
Just may have been over 5 years in prison. But he got a life sentence. He got a slap on the hand. You want to know why he got this slap on the hand? Because the people that he chill around are white supremacists, man. The KKK. All right? The Confederate flag holders. That's who he chills around. That's who he gets along with. So just picture it. A black man burning a Black Lives Matter flag in front of a church. It's lucky.
Keep going, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Federal prosecutors had asked the judge to give Tarrio 3 months in jail. The flag-burning incident occurred at the Asbury United Methodist Church, a historically black church, on December 12th after Tarrio and other Proud Boys attended a pro-Trump rally in Washington that later led to violent clashes. He was arrested when he returned to D.C. On January 4th, shortly before the Capitol insurrection, and was found with 2 high-capacity magazines that are banned under D.C.'s strict gun control laws.
Oh, I just told y'all, man. If that would have been you, so-called black, Hispanic, Native American, this could have went wrong, man. You could have been holding an illegal weapon, and the cop could have been so jealous. Why does he have it? Boom! Just trigger happy. Oh, the hatred, man. They have a perpetual hatred for you.
That's right.
They don't want to see you breathing. In their eyes, our time and our lives are numbered. Soon as we come out of our mother's womb, our days are numbered. You want to know what this reminds you of? You know what this reminds you of?
What's that, sir?
Since the birth, our days was numbered.
What's that?
Christ. Since the womb, man, they hunted his footstep. They want to see that man hung as a baby, man.
That's right. Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, let's get back into it.
Coming up on time. After his arrest, he was released but ordered to stay out of D.C., a move that senior Justice Department officials later said was intended to tamp down potential violence on January 6th.
Now we finna get to something crazy about this article that I want to bring forward, man. After we get this paragraph, we're going to drop this article.
Coming up on time. In a letter to the judge ahead of sentencing, the church's senior pastor said the flag-burning incident traumatized many of her congregants.
Wait. Many of his congregants?
Many of her congregants.
Wow. A pastor that's a her in the church, right? Go ahead.
And brought back visions of slavery, the Ku Klux Klan, and cross burnings.
Look, there you go right there. It brought back a vision to her, the acts of the Ku Klux Klan members. But they call the Proud Boys. What are they so proud of? They're so proud of being renamed the Ku Klux Klan. Right in your face. They switched the name but kept the same identity. And she didn't even know. This didn't remind her of it. She actually was witnessing it herself. Her grandparents may have witnessed it. Now she witnessed it, man.
That's right.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
The pastor, the Reverend Dr. Lanther M. Mills, also spoke passionately during Monday's sentencing hearing about the long-term impact of Tarrio's actions, condemning them as brazenly racist. She said Tarrio led a marauding band of angry white men, apparently looking for trouble, through the streets of D.C., adding, "In our opinion, this was an act of intimidation and racism." During the hearing, Tarrio apologized directly to the church's pastor and said he made a grave mistake by burning the Black Lives Matter banner, and later gloating about it on social media. His attorney asked the judge to sentence Tarrio to community service instead of incarceration. "I'd like to profusely apologize for my actions. What I did was wrong," Tarrio said. But the far-right figure also painted himself as a victim of the situation, telling the judge, "I have suffered financially, socially, for what I've done. My family's business has been hit pretty hard. So what I did doesn't only affect the church, it affects a lot more people, including my family." The judge later concluded that Tarrio's apology wasn't credible and rejected Tarrio's claim that he didn't know he was destroying church property, calling it a bad, self-serving assertion. He could not have cared less about the laws of the District of Columbia, the judge said. He cared about himself and self-promotion. His claim of innocent mistake is not credible at all. The case against Tarrio played out in local D.C. court and is separate from the sprawling federal investigation into the January 6th insurrection, during which dozens of Proud Boys stormed the building and have since been charged with conspiracy and other felonies. As part of the plea agreement, the Justice Department explicitly said it can bring different and additional charges against Tarrio regarding the attack on the Capitol. It's clear from court filings that prosecutors are aggressively investigating the Proud Boys and their actions before, during, and after the January 6th riot, but it's unclear if Tarrio will ever be charged as part of that probe. Keep going. Tarrio criticizes the sentence. In an interview with CNN after the hearing, Tarrio said the punishment was fair but criticized the judge, who at first mistakenly gave Tarrio a longer jail term than is legally allowed on the weapons charge, and was forced to adjust the sentence twice before the proceedings ended. "I'm not surprised with the sentence per se. I am surprised by the judge," Tarrio said. "I feel like the judge already had his mind made up. At its most basic function, a judge is supposed to know what the person in front of him was charged with, and in my case, he did not. If I would have known it would have happened like this, I would have gone to trial," he said, predicting that he would have beaten the property destruction charge, even though it was caught on video and he repeatedly and publicly claimed responsibility for the banner burning.
Wow, man.
You want?
Bubba said, this is the last paragraph.
"I learned from this experience," Tarrio said. "If anyone thinks putting me in chains silences me, dehumanizing me will keep me quiet, they are wrong. In fact, I will use my voice even more. Even the people who disagree with me, like Black Lives Matter, see the injustice in the justice system, and I hope they keep up the fight because I sure as hell will."
Man, listen, man. This guy is so proud of being prideful that he was like, "Man, I would have took this to trial and bought the judge damn near." You know what I mean? Like, stepped on all the justice system. Like, man, I should have took it to trial, man. He had it in his mind that I was going to jail because I'm a black man. Well, you damn right, brother. You need to start separating yourself from them, man. You want to know why this is happening to you, Enrique? You went against Commander Junior Hunter in these scriptures that we brought forth.
That's right.
That's why this is happening to you. All right? Let me get Zechariah. Zechariah 1 and 2.
Come. Zechariah chapter 1, verse 2. The Lord hath been sore displeased with your fathers.
Man, the Lord is sore displeased with you, proud boys. With you so-called fake Israelite groups. With you, what's it, conscious community? I don't even know what to call it, man. So-called conscious, all right? He's displeased with your fathers, man. All right? And you may have not been punished at the time when it happened. But guess what? A righteous judgment is always coming forth. All right? Ain't nothing gonna get past this judgment of the Most High. Because there are angels that go up and down Jacob's ladder reporting to him. Each and every time you do something good, each and every time you do something bad, man. There's no escape from judgment. All right, let me get verse 3, Baba Shah.
Verse 3. Therefore say thou unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Turn ye unto me, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will turn unto you, saith the Lord of hosts.
All right, we gave you an opportunity, Enrique. We had 2 interviews with you, and you turned your back on us time and time again. The Lord just told you, turn on to me, and I will turn on to you. If you turn your back on me, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn my back on you tenfold. This will not be an equal turning the back on, all right? The Most High isn't some friendly guy talking about, look at your partner to the left, look at your partner to the right, let's all hold hands and love each other.
Hell no.
The Most High is a terrible power. Either this can be your wake-up call, Enrique, or you can continue to be a proud boy and stay prideful like you think you will be when you get out of jail. All right? It's not going to be good for you. All right, let me get verse 4.
Verse 4. Be ye not as your fathers.
Be ye not as your fathers. Don't be like this Christian church that was holding the Black Lives Matter up, having a woman as your reverend. Don't be like them either. All right? Don't be like the religious believers that have abominational foods like pork, shrimp, lobsters, crawfish in the church house. Don't be like them. Go ahead.
Unto whom the former prophets have cried, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Turn ye now from your evil ways.
Man, you gotta turn from your evil ways. If a priest and prophet is in front of you warning you about the destruction of Babylon is falling, and you go against him, man, listen, your evil ways are gonna stay attached to you. So when evil happens to you, don't be surprised. When we sitting here warning you to turn away from your evil doings. All right? Give your love, your heart, your mind, your soul, your strength to the Most High, and He'll do the same to you, man.
That's right.
It's like y'all want to treat the Most High like a skinny jean wearing punk or something. When y'all don't even remember the Bible, but you say you love the Bible and know the Bible so much. Like, the Bible is warfare. All through the scriptures, it is about raising Israel to be rulers of the earth. But we want to turn into doing evil ways, so he punishes us. When Moses brought us out of Egypt, there wasn't no friendly walk through the sea. It wasn't. It was death, murder, and destruction, man. It was plagues. I can continue to name them all, man. Look up the Passover. Boy, if the Passover don't spook you, the 53rd annual Passover is next year. Come learn about it in the Isupk under Commander Johanna.
That's right.
You understand? Baba Shah, let me get the rest of that.
Turn ye now from your evil ways and from your evil doings.
Mm-hmm.
But they did not hear, nor hearken unto me, saith the Lord.
Ooh, man. Y'all gotta hearken to these laws, statutes, commandments, man. Because if we don't, it's gonna continue to destroy us and separate us from dwelling in the kingdom of heaven amongst each other.
That's right.
Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand, man.
That's right.
The almighty prayer. All right, what's done in heaven shall be done on earth. I'm paraphrasing. It's time to join hands. Let me get Zephaniah 2 and 1, Baba Shah.
Got it, sir. Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Stop right there. Gather with all nations.
Gather yourselves together.
Gather with the Arab and help the Afghanistanians when they come to the America.
Gather yourselves together.
The scriptures say, gather yourselves together.
Right.
You will not see a black widow chilling around with a white widow. They are two different species.
Right.
So when it comes to human race, that's a damn lie, man. Race is the most important card because there is a such thing as human species, man. We don't look and act alike.
That's right.
We don't have the same rhythm. We don't dance the same, sing the same, rap the same. We don't even probably eat the same. All right? Name me a person that eats octopus that you know.
Nobody I know.
You feel me? It's not going to be there, man. You learn these things from your oppressor because they want you to sin against the Most High and continuing your evil ways, continuing your evil doings, man. You have to turn your back away from stuff like that instead of turning your back away from the Most High. Or we're going to continue to be lost, man. Our people are lost for lack of knowledge.
That's right.
The knowledge is right here in the Isupk. It's universal, practical knowledge for the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Damn right.
All right? There should be no more southern tribes and northern tribes, man. We are the house of Israel. We're coming together. All right? This tree will not fold. These branches are of the seeds of righteousness, man.
That's right.
Northern kingdom, southern kingdom. We are as one. Start that over, Baba Shah.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Listen, we got to gather ourselves together because nobody else wants us, man.
That's right.
We got to start loving each other or it's back in chains, man. It's back in chains until Christ returns. Right. There is no fight. We just going to join hands with the oppressor and live how they want us to live. But look how far that's gotten us, Israel. We are now in 2021 still making minimum wage. They may have brought it to $15 in some places. But here in Texas, we haven't even touched double digits, man. We haven't. And gas prices are damn near minimum wage.
That's right.
You can only afford a McDonald's meal, some ramen noodles, canned food, man. Unless you have a decent foundation of brotherhood, like the Isupk in your life.
Right.
You're gonna be struggling, living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck to paycheck your entire life. And God forbid that you got kids, man. You're gonna need some food stamps. You're gonna need those food stamps, man. So it's time to gather ourselves together so we can build together.
That's right.
It's gonna take us to build the kingdom of heaven, man. Loving each other, trusting each other. Listen, gather together or you're gonna die with your oppressor, man, when Christ returns.
That's right.
You're gonna be sitting next to an oppressor talking about, well, we gonna be proud boys for life. And Christ gonna appear right in front of you. Like, what you say? But nah, say it again. With a sword dripping, with your name on it next, man. Do you wanna witness something like that? Or do you wanna be a part of this army of the Lord, man?
That's right.
I'd rather be part of the army of the Lord. With a little bit of rank. With a little bit. I don't even want it. But just a little bit of knowledge. Because rank is knowledge, man. Alright? With wisdom there comes understanding. And you have to understand that it's time to gather ourselves together and stop loving everybody.
That's right.
Or they got a place for you. What do they say? You either going to end up dead or in jail if you don't follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Because nobody else has these statutes, man.
That's right.
Nobody else has this type of terrible power that's on their side.
Damn right.
Nobody else. Look at India. They threw all their gods because they felt the storms coming. And nobody was going to help them. And it's been happening time and time and time and time since they did that, man. And even before. We prophesied the downfall of each and every nation for you, Israel. Because we want to put in the work that it takes to gather ourselves amongst the poor, man.
That's right.
Just like Christ did. We go into the ghettos, the bayous, the valleys, all right, to bring you up rich and righteously with knowledge and understandings. To love your own, man. Have love for one another.
That's right.
Stop tagging along thinking that, man, listen, thinking that Easter's lay eggs. Stop tagging along thinking Valentine's Day is supposed to be a day that you and your couple are supposed to love each other, man. Because love is following these laws, statutes, commandments, man,
Damn
from
right.
God.
That's right.
That's the will of God right there, and that's what Christ died for, man. All right? Let me get one more scripture, and then we're going to jump into the next article.
Okay.
I'm going to pull this scripture twice, Babu Shah. Let me get Matthew 22, 12 and 25, Babu Shah. Slack. I'm going to have to pull this scripture twice.
If I may.
Damn right, sir.
If I may add just a bit. So a lot of us, we don't want to play the race card because we think it's something bad or evil, like we're betraying our quote unquote neighbor who may not even be of our nation. Man. We're so caught up on fitting in and trying to. We believe that God loves everybody, but we don't want to be selfish with the God of the Bible and understand that He only belongs to us, man. All these other nations are playing the race card to preserve and build their own kingdoms, man. I'm saying the Afghanistan are playing the race card to help build their nation. You know what I'm saying? The Zimbabwe man, woman, and child are playing the race card to keep Zimbabwe, to keep the name alive. Indonesian man's playing the race card. The Samoan man's playing the race card. The Denmark man, the Finlandian man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What else we got? The Asian man, the Chinese man, Moab, the Ammonites, the Vietnamese. Everyone's playing the card to uphold the borders to their nation. Everyone's playing their cards to keep their gates up, man. to keep their leadership in a position to be a player in this world, man. Life is about warfare, man.
That's right.
And y'all are not playing Israel, so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans. You're not playing the race card, man. In your race card, if you a lot of guys don't even want to play it, but we're showing you how to play the race card to build your kingdom, man. And it starts with coming into the Isupk, following the laws, statutes, and commandments, and putting into practice the brotherhood and sisterhood that's required to build a nation, man.
Right.
I'm saying so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, y'all the ones that Christ came to and died for. When Christ was walking amongst us in the flesh, he was playing the race card, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? But our oppressor wants to take that card away from you and trick you into believing that the God of the Bible loves everybody and that there's no need for a race card, man. You know what I'm saying? Even the oppressor, man, he plays the race card, man. But he, like we said, man, our oppressor is barely human, man. He has no culture. He really has no race. He's just a culture vulture, man.
Right.
He's going around stealing everybody else's cards and trying to play tricks, man. And listen, if the oppressor has a card in the deck, he's the Joker, man. You know what I'm saying? He can't be trusted. He's a wild card, man. He's a wild man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He doesn't play by the rules by the other cards, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the man that's unstable in all his ways, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why some people play with jokers and sometimes they don't, man. You know what I'm saying? But we play our race card is in these scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? These law, statutes, and commandments, man. Gather yourselves together, Israel, man.
Nah, no sweat, priest. Damn right, man. Damn right. I truly appreciate that. Like, y'all gotta appreciate people that give a damn about you.
That's right, man.
Because here's the thing. You're in the condition that you in because you don't give a damn about yourself. And it's gonna take somebody at the most high sit above you to learn how to give a damn about yourself, man.
That's us. Right.
Pay attention to what's in front of you. Because if you don't, it might just pass you by.
Right.
Just like the kingdom of heaven. Just like this elite brotherhood and sisterhood in the UPK, man.
Damn right.
It's gonna pass you by. Because you have been called for so long, but you don't want to choose to do this work, man. Faith is dead without works.
Damn right.
And not have love for your brothers and sisters is dead in each and every degree, man. You ain't gotta ask nobody about it. I'm gonna tell you about it.
Damn right.
It's called being fake. If you don't love your own, but you rather love another nation. Alright? And the Lord is gonna deal with you.
It's also called being selfish.
Right.
It's also called being an individualite.
That's right.
Being an individualite is no different than the free will, man. It's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? You either choose your nation or you choose death. So those are the only two options you have.
That's right.
I'm saying y'all think, you know, y'all sit on the other side of the camera smoking weed and listening to classes or doing whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Claiming that you're UPK, claiming that you're a brother or a sister, man. You're half-stepping, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't be trusted, man. You got one foot in the school and one foot in the world. That ain't good enough, man.
Right.
We don't have time for half-steppers. We don't have no time for lukewarmers.
I was just about to touch on that.
It's not even a word, but you know what I'm saying? You have to be hot or cold for the truth. You have to be hot or cold for your nation, man. And you're looking at priests and prophets that are hot for our nation, man.
Damn
right.
right.
We stay in these scriptures. You know, so we have our routines. We teach our classes. We go to camp. You know what I'm saying? We're boots on the ground. We have our food drives, our clothing drives. No one else, when it comes to so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans, is giving back to our nation more than we are, man. And more importantly, we're teaching our people strictly from these scriptures, and we're reminding our people that the scriptures do belong to us and only us, man. That's more important than anything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's much more important than worrying about the flat Earth theory or whether you know we're going to colonize Mars or not. All that ain't got nothing to do with Israel, man. ISUPK is the home of the truth because we give a damn about our people and we're building up our nation brick by brick by teaching you, man. I was at the market about over a month ago. It's not about the grills. It's not about the chains, the UPK flyware or your get up or how you express yourself. If you really give a damn about your people, if you really love your people, you'll teach them strictly from these scriptures, man.
That's right.
That's all I want to say, son.
Man, most time Christ, man. It's facts. Look, you finna make me bring out another golden scripture, man. But nah, let me just say this right quick, man. Since our people are found on, you know what I mean, like historian matters or scholars and stuff like that. Well, guess what? You can find all that in the UPK, man.
That's right.
So I was doing a little research about this month, right? So this month is supposed to be National Awareness Month, and that's super heavy though, because a lot of stuff is going on right now in the world, like a lot, and we've been bringing to your attention that there should be no reason for you not to be aware each and every day. Forget about the months. Let's get through the day first.
Yeah, right.
You should be aware of false prophecies. You should be aware of false prophets. So this next article that we bringing about Al Sharpton, I'm gonna get into deep details of why this man. I wanted to call you brother, but you was called, but you weren't chosen. You know what I mean? This man is going through what he's going through, man. And that's straight facts. Like, you was not giving our people the type of awareness that they needed at all.
That's right.
You should step down and pass the torch to Commander General Hunter, man. So all the heavy hitters, captains, and officers can do the real work of the Lord. All right, let's get into this article about Bashar.
Call another one come. This is the Associated Press, August 23rd, 2021. Reverend Jesse Jackson and wife remain hospitalized for COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago. Civil rights leader, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, and his wife, Jacqueline, remained hospitalized Monday after testing positive for COVID-19, family members said. Jesse Jackson, 79,
That boy is 79.
has been fully vaccinated, receiving his first shot in January at a public event where he urged others to do the same. But Jacqueline Jackson, 77, has not been vaccinated, according to longtime family spokesman Frank Watkins. He declined to elaborate Monday. The couple, married nearly 60 years, were admitted to Northwestern Memorial Hospital.
Uh-oh.
Family members announced Saturday with their age as a factor.
Uh-oh.
A day later, their son, Jonathan Jackson, said both parents were resting comfortably at the hospital and responding positively to their treatments. The status of my parents has not changed, Jonathan Jackson said in a Monday statement. We are ever mindful that COVID-19 is a serious disease, and we ask that you continue in prayer for my parents as we remain prayerful for yours.
Listen, they asking that we send prayers to their family. Like I said, I've been doing a little research, man. Let's see what Al Sharpton has did and done for you this year, Israel. I'm going to read this. Reverend Al Sharpton, merely candidates and advocates endorse attacks against Asian Americans. Not so-called African Americans, but the Asian Americans. Damn. All right, let's get a little deeper. This happened. Harlem, Massachusetts. National Action Network founder and president, the Reverend Al Sharpton, has joined by Asian American leaders, New York City mayoral candidates, and advocates of the House of Justice Thursday to denounce the rise of attacks against Asian Americans. He sent his prayers and his candidates to the Asian community instead of his brothers, man. You will never find that happening in the Isupk under Commander General Hunter, man.
That's right.
We give so much love to our own people that we don't have time for anybody else.
Right.
That don't concern us what's going on with them, because each and every time it don't concern them what's going on with us.
Right.
So why is a so-called leader, a reverend, giving his time to people that could give a damn about his people, man? but we supposed to send prayers to him. Man, the Most High is sending a death angel to each and every last false prophet that walked upon this face of the earth, man. It's time to get right. Better, I know you heard the song, get it right, get it right, get it tight. Man, listen, you better keep it tight with the Lord, man.
That's right.
Or he gonna have that string on your neck, and he gonna keep it tight, man. Your head just might pop off how tight it is. Mm-hmm. You better ask him to loosen it up. You turning your ways into the Most High's ways. You turning your heart into the Most High's heart. You turning your love to your brothers and sisters' love. Man, listen, true love and the truth is in the ISUBK.
That's right.
I would rather be nowhere else. I've learned so much over this past 2 years, man. And I'm saying it's your turn to shine, Israel. Damn right I'm fishing on Facebook and YouTube right now. It's your turn. All right? So if you feel that chill going up through your spine and your arms, man, listen, don't be called, man. Be chosen. All right? Get with your local camp leader in your zone. So your spirit can be on fire like me and this priest next to me, man.
That's right.
So your zeal can stay lit with the Most High righteously. So you could be a real vessel instead of a false prophet that gives a damn about other nations besides your own.
Damn right. And if I may, you know what I'm saying? I don't see any other Asian leaders putting down their race card to help build up black people, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why do we always have to be the compassionate ones? Why do we always have to put down raising up our people just so another nation can get some shine, man? You know what I'm saying? If you're actually going to make that phone, if you're tuning in, and you're actually going to make that phone call to call the camp leader to reach out to us, understand you're going to be playing the race card. And you're going to be expected to play that race card from now to the moment you make that phone call until Christ comes back and beyond, man. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures are the race card. These scriptures only belong to so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. No other nation, man. And all the other nations have a problem with it when you play the race card. They have a problem with it when you try to learn and practice your culture strictly from the Bible. It's a problem for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But just understand that, man. Like we need to give our compassion and our attention and our strength to our own people to build up black and brown supremacy, not white supremacy, not Asian supremacy, for damn sure not African supremacy, man. Now's the
Afghanistan
time. No Afghanistan supremacy, man. Right. We want so-called Haitian supremacy, so-called Mexican supremacy, so-called Native American supremacy, West Indian, Caribbean supremacy, man. We're out here for our people, man. Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom, man. We are one kingdom. We're one nation under Christ, our King, man. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the race card in action when you tune into the ISUP, man. You know what I'm saying? We use our race card to feed our people, to clothe our people, to get our people off drugs, to teach our people righteously, man. That's the race card that we play, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't belong to nobody else, man. So giving your loyalty and your love and showing your hand to all these other nations, man, because they're going to only continue to rape, rob, and murder you. And they won't hesitate to do so neither, man. Get into these classes, man. This is the home of the truth for a reason. We're not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group, man.
Right.
Test the spirit. And the scriptures say to do that too. If you think we're lying, test us, man. Ask us a question. We are approachable. We're accommodating, just like Christ was, man. So even heathens went up to him and asked him questions, man. But Israel, you are our target audience, man. So-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We want you to come home, man. Ask us questions. Learn how to put on your culture, man. And ask us how you can build your nation, man. Ask us how to prepare for the next feast day, man. That's where it starts, man.
I think we forgot. Are you finished?
Okay.
I think we forgot to bring up in 25.
Oh, sir, you want to bring it out, sir?
Yeah. Let me finish this paragraph, Bubba Shop. All right. So back to Al Sharpton, right? This is his quote unquote. The Asian American should not have to stand alone, Sharpton said. And we should not whisper this. We should say it loudly and clearly. Good night, man. Like, when has your Reverend Al Sharpton ever stood up for you this much? When has any laws been changed to edify your struggle? Israel? It hasn't, man. His focus is on the oppressor being more powerful and being able to oppress you a little bit more. As long as them Chinese stores and them restaurants are up and running, taking your money, he can give a damn. Because some of the money came into his pocket by him supporting them right here and right there, man. It's all about political policies, man.
That's right.
Somebody can buy you out and put a note next to you and say, "Here, read this." Good night, man. Let me get this scripture about yourself.
I'm running out of battery too, sir.
What kind of phone you got?
Android Pixel.
Z?
Right there.
Yeah. Okay.
And if I may, while you're getting up, sir, you know what I'm saying? Israel, we gotta start playing the race card, man. You know, so we have to start building our own nation. We gotta stop feeling guilty for playing the race card, man. It's a damn shame. So considering our history under our oppressor, having him on our back, whipping us, having him on our neck, raping and murdering our people in full public view for over 400 years, man. At what point are you going to start playing the race card, man? You know what I'm saying? You can start playing the race card right where you stand. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you live in your own community, man. If you want to take away the power of the Moab, the Chinese man in your community, stop buying food from his restaurants, man.
There you go.
If you want to take away the power and if you want to play the race card and take away the power of the Ishmaelite man, the Arab, stop spending your dollars at his gas station, man, his convenience store.
Right.
Take away the power of the Korean man, woman, and child. Stop shopping at their hair salons, man, at their hair product stores. Man. You know what I'm saying? We are fully capable of policing our own, man. When you police your own, you're playing the race card, believe it or not, man. When you're boycotting business, you're playing the race card. When you only buy from black and brown businesses, that's the race card, man. That's how you build your nation, man.
That's right.
That's how we build our heaven, man. Our heaven is economic supremacy, man. And we had the blueprint right here in the scriptures. I'm telling you how to lay claim to your culture, lay claim to heaven. Christ said himself. I'm saying, make sure you're what is it? I'm paraphrasing. Keep your treasures in heaven, not on earth, man, where moth and rust destroy, man. Right here for black and brown supremacy. And we back up everything that we do with these scriptures, man. So when I out here freestyling, when I out here trying to be sensational Negroes, trying to tell you something to make you feel good, and then go back to living a simple lifestyle, man. We're not Christians, man. We're the home of the truth. We're the home of universal and practical knowledge, man. We're going to wake up our people. We're going to do what we have to do, man.
That's
and
right.
It starts with playing that race card.
Yeah. No sweat. I just wasn't trying to have no downtime, but yeah, man. Real talk. You gonna get the truth right here. Rough, rugged, and raw.
Right.
Like and share this video. Matter of fact, you could even share it on Facebook and hit send to everybody individually so they can get it to their messenger, man.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna do that as soon as I get off. It's been a brother that been wanting some questions answered. So I'm gonna see if he really want it. And if he do, I'm gonna give him the camp leader number. Like, I'm not putting myself over nobody that outranks me. Alright? So if you want the truth, you gotta come get it yourself.
That's right. We're not gonna force a crown on you, man.
Right.
If you don't appreciate what we're trying to teach you, even if you are Israelite, you know what I'm saying? The scripture said don't cast your pearls before swine. If you're not gonna appreciate it, then keep on going living with the lifestyle you want to live, man. Right. Your blood is no longer on our hands, man. As priests and prophets, man. We've done our job, and we're going to keep continuing to do our job to wake up our people, man. To teach y'all to separate, man. Separation is the race card, Israel. Like it.
I'm right. Let me get this scripture about myself.
I don't want to
Hey, that's right. I was Malachi.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 28. And Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation,
If y'all don't know what desolation means, good night, man. Woe. If y'all don't know what woe means, good night. Like, Christ is not some blonde hair, stringy, blue eyed man walking around in sandals and toga, man. Christ is a warrior. Look how he spoke. Start that over one more time, Bible shot.
And Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand.
Man, listen, this was what's happening to Enrique and Al Sharpton and so many other fake Israelites. Like, a house divided shall not stand, man. There's no way. So here's an example, right? You got the Democrats on one side, the Republicans on one side, and they're always going head to head. That is a house divided.
That's right.
That is a kingdom that shall not stand. Once it's our turn to rule Israel, like we should have already been doing,
Right.
there will be no other. Your king is that committed to this brotherhood and that sisterhood, man. There's going to be no other to stand up against Christ. So get your missiles ready, get your guns, get your, what's some more? Get your sorceries, get your, hell, get whatever you think you can get. Get some bald head aliens that you met in Mars. Get them too. They're not going to be able to come up against the Most High, man.
That's right.
They're not going to be able to come up against Christ, man. They're not going to be able to come against these priests and prophets. Because these priests and prophets are here to destroy you with the words from the Most High and Christ himself.
That's right.
From the Old Testament to the Apocrypha, all the way to the New Testament, man. We debunk you. All right? You are the coward that the Bible speaks of. You are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And you are the serpent in the Garden of Eden, man.
Damn right.
And you are that red dragon. You're nobody to be afraid of.
So not you. When the brother brought out cowards, man, the cowards are the ones who are smoking weed and watching YouTube videos, man.
Right.
The so-called YouTube scholars who think they know something about the world and how the world works, man. They don't know a goddamn thing.
That's
man.
right.
They're just medicating themselves with more weed and more lies from YouTube, only congregating with other people who are going to tell them what the hell they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? They ain't living a lifestyle of brotherhood and sisterhood. They ain't building the goddamn thing. All they're doing is building a dent in their couch, man. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back, watching YouTube videos on their phone, watching Netflix, you know what I'm saying? Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing, man. You're just surfing the web. You're stuck in your own mind, man. You're deceiving yourself, man. You're living in your own, individual light existence, man. You're living alone. You're living a lie, and you're not building anything. You're not doing anything for anybody but for your damn self, man. And that's not good enough. That is not good enough. Sitting on the other side of the camera, smoking weed, watching YouTube videos, that ain't good enough, man. You gotta do a lot more. You gotta make some sacrifices.
Damn right.
You gotta show that you give a damn about somebody else other than your damn self and your own, creature comforts and living in the comfort of your own home, man. No one's there to challenge you. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, iron sharpened iron, man. If you don't have the brotherhood to help refine your masculinity, to help refine your spirit, to serve your nation, then you ain't worth a damn, man. You're useless to me. You know what I'm saying? I can speak because I used to be the brother on the other side of the camera, smoking weed and tuning into Isupk videos and claiming that I'm, righteous, and claiming that I'm part of something bigger than myself. Man, that ain't good enough. You gotta make a call. You gotta find out who your camp leader is. Check in weekly, and ask. So what can I do for my kingdom, man? And when you get that order, you execute that order, man. And at that point, you'll learn Khan out of one Khan, man. That's how you build a nation, man.
That's right.
Khan out of one Khan till the break of dawn, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm right.
Building a nation is a 24-hour business, man. That's what we do as priests and prophets, man. This is our profession. This is our vocation. It's to teach our people and to build our nation righteously, man. We're not out here freestyling, man. We were called. We were chosen. You know what I'm saying? We sacrificed and died for our old selves. And like Christ, when Christ came back and walked upon the earth, he had one mission, one agenda, man. And that was to serve his people, man. That's what we're doing, man. Get off the couch, man. Put the weed and the blunt down, man. Learn how to serve your brothers and sisters, man. It'll change your life literally forever, man. Now is not the time to play around, man. There's too much going on in the news. You know what I'm saying? Like we brought out in camp last Friday, man. Like everyone's stuck mesmerized by the smoke cloud, man, by the mushroom cloud. But with the mushroom cloud comes a sonic boom, man. Y'all gonna catch the boom, man, because it's on its way, man. World War III is in effect. Now is not the time to be bullshitting. Salakia. So, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans need to gather yourselves together because it's wartime right now, man.
That's right.
That's all I want to say.
Now, if I could piggyback, like, I'm going to paraphrase. Right, I've been doing this out of class. This Tuesday Brotherhood class. So, Brotherhood is Sisterhood. If you think I'm lying from any paraphrase, just KJV Google it, you know? But here go another one. The kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation.
That's right.
You have to be boots on the ground. Y'all may have missed it this week, but it's boot up or shut up.
Damn right.
Right? Christ was straight boots on the ground, man. That brother walked from yay to yay, man. Look here. Read this shirt. I survived Christianity and the world, man.
Damn right.
I survived it. You could survive it too, but you rather be destroyed and be a coward and be effeminate. Man, put on your masculinity. Crutch your goings, man.
That's right.
Knuckle up for this truth.
That's right.
Let me get verse 30.
Where we at, sir, Matthew?
Come on.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 30. He that is not with me.
This is Christ speaking. Man. I just told you this is a gangster right here.
That's right.
Go ahead.
He that is not with me is against me.
No, he is not with me. I still love you.
He that is not with me is against me.
Man, that sounds firm, flat, and clear.
Damn right.
Like Al Sharpton was saying. That's clear right there. If you're not with me, then you're against me, man.
Damn.
Go ahead.
And he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad.
Man, listen. It's not a confusing thing, man. You can't play both sides.
Damn right.
You either follow the Most High and everything that He set forth, or you gonna follow everything else that isn't of the Lord, man. You are scattered like we are today if you want to do that. You are still wanting to bleach your skin like Michael Jackson to fit in. Or you are still promoting the homosexuality because that's the only way for you to get rich. Knowing damn well you don't like it or want to be around it.
Right.
But you want to join hands and try to play both sides like the preachers brought out earlier. You want to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. But there ain't no such thing as being lukewarm, man. You are as cold as ice, and you will freeze up when it's time to war with your brothers, man. And we don't want you around us.
That's right.
Christ don't want you around us.
Now UPK, you in the way.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not with Christ, if you're not with Him and gathering with Him, like He just said, then you're scattering abroad. So like, it's point blank and simple, man. It's UPK. It's universal and practical knowledge. I mean, this is the type of breakdowns that we give for our people, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not freestyling this. All the men above us has taught the exact same thing.
That's right.
That's the comfort that we have, man. That's the security that we have in the Brotherhood and Sisterhood, man. The accountability. That's what we have. The conscious community does not have accountability, man. Ain't nobody going out there, you know what I'm saying, not that I know of, pleading to get pulled like out of jail, man. You know what I'm saying? The conscious community is no different than Christians, man. They just want to follow somebody that's going to tell them that they can do whatever the hell they want with no accountability, man. That ain't no school that I want to be a part of. That's not a community I give a damn about, man.
If I could,
Go ahead.
Sinetta just went live right before class. You know what I'm saying? He not gonna deal with Polite no more.
Damn.
Polite is not welcome on his platform.
What does the scripture say? You know the fruit by the works?
Right.
So they don't want that goddamn thing to do with Polite, man. You've seen his work, man, and it's abominable. It's disgusting. No, don't nobody want to be associated with that act. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is guilty by association.
Right.
We don't want nothing to do with Polite unless we want to use him to call him out on his crime. But he's done it to himself, man. Nobody knows if he's a Hamite or if he's Israel or not. But you know a man by his works. He ain't UPK because we don't get down like that, man.
That's right.
We treat our daughters and our wives and our women with respect and dignity, and we put some honor on them, man. You know what I'm saying? Gather yourselves together, O nation not desired, man. So-called black man, Latino man, Native American man, like the priest brought up, man. Gird your loins, protect your family, protect your nation, man. And that is your office, to be a warrior for your nation, man. And for you sisters, man, your office is the home, man. The best that you can do for a brother, or for brothers, period, is to take care of the home front, man. Make sure that the kids are being raised righteously. You got food on the table for your Ottawa when it comes in through the door. Don't war with your man as soon as he comes through the door, man. He puts up enough at his slavery at camp when he's doing boots on the ground, when he's out here dealing and trying to wake up and fish our people, man. But when these sisters come out with the attitude, you're being counterproductive to building your nation.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not teaching you nothing new. This isn't, no, we're not being toxic. You know, we're not expressing toxic masculinity. If anything, we're expressing righteous masculinity that we've been taught from the men above us. If we get it all from the scriptures, man. So that's the card that we're playing, man. The race card. The righteous card, man. Black man, gird your loins. And sisters, man, understand your office is a home front, man. We're not sending y'all out to war because we all have different duties, man. We all have different expectations, man. We don't expect our sisters to war with us. We don't expect them to be out there on boots on the ground, man. That's not y'all's place, man. That's our duty. That's what we do to protect you and our children, man. It's a righteous thing, man. There's a lot of patriarchy doesn't have to be an evil thing like the world has taught us, man. That's your salvation. That's your comfort, man. That's how you build a nation with strong men, man, who don't compromise. You know where they come from and know how to move forward, man. If you don't know where you come from, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just put down the weed for a day. You know what I'm saying? Stop listening to all these other YouTube conscious community type channels. You know what I'm saying? Stop getting your counsel from witches and witchcraft, workers of witchcraft and warlocks, were those caught up in astrology, caught up in the tarot, caught up in the runes and the stones and the crystals. You know what I'm saying? And all it's just heathen practices, man. We're all living like hippies. If you're not in the truth and you're living your life as a hippie or a dog, man, you know what I'm saying? Put on your culture, Israel, because it's a glorious thing, man. Put on your fringes, man, and practice your feast days.
That's right. No sweat, man. The water. You already know, man. Kwame Yashala,
man.
Let's put the scripture back on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Let's put this reverend back on the hot seat right now.
Back to the article.
Back to the article, Babasha.
Sir. The status of my parents has not changed, Jonathan Jackson said in a Monday statement. We are ever mindful that COVID-19 is a serious disease, and we ask that you continue in prayer for my parents as we remain prayerful for yours. Jacqueline Jackson is also a civil rights activist who has traveled worldwide to advocate for causes. The couple has 5 children together. Jesse Jackson, a protege of the Reverend Martin Luther King, has remained active in calling for voting rights and other issues in recent years, even after disclosing a Parkinson's diagnosis in 2017. So, during the pandemic, he has encouraged others, particularly Black people, to get COVID-19 vaccines. Vaccination rates among Black people have lagged behind white people. After Jackson got his first dose in January at a community hospital on Chicago's South Side, the crowd applauded. Take the vaccination, Jackson said. Now. That's it.
Listen, a reverend is telling you the vaccine is more important than serving the Most High, man. A reverend. There should be something wrong with that, might I say. Might I tell you? Let me get 1 John chapter 4 and 18. Babashah.
1 John 4 and 18. This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
There is no fear in love.
There is no fear in love, man. If you love your brothers and sisters, then you acknowledge the Isupk in the streets, man.
That's right.
We do not wear masks. All right? But we are law-abiding citizens. So if it's a sign that says wear a mask, then we'll wear a mask. Outside of that, what's the use? Like, there's no fear in love.
There is no cowardice in love, neither.
Right.
We out there in public slacking with our beards on,
Right.
our fringes on, no fringes on our t-shirts, boots on the ground.
Put them in a hot seat.
All black, sometimes garments,
That's
UPK
right.
flyware. Like we said, it's more than the grills and the chains, but we're out there live with our people, man, practicing our culture, man, teaching you. That's the purpose, man. We teach you. You're not cowards, man. You know what I'm saying? What it says, yeah, we have no fear when we're out there practicing our culture, waking up our people. We are literally the perfect example, man.
That's right.
The priests and prophets and ICPK are the perfect example of what you need to do to practice and put on your culture, man. Fearlessly, man. Practice your culture without fear, man. There's no cowards and no excuses, no hypocrites in the school, man. If you want to be a true Israelite, you can't be a coward. You can't be a hypocrite, man. And you can't have no excuses, man. That's not a good look, man. Sis, bruh, it's not a good look when you're half-stepping on your nation, man. You're two-timing your own people, man. That's not a good look, man. And that's what Prince probably we see right through it, man. You're either down for your nation. You're either gathering with us or you're scattering abroad, like our king just told us. It's a lot.
Damn right. Go ahead.
Khan. 1 John chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear.
Man, perfect love cast out the fear that Al Sharpton has about this COVID-19.
That's right.
He probably said this before he caught the COVID. Mm-hmm. And the Most High was like, what? You think because you down here with power means that you're going to forever have this power? Give you that. You want to Here go the right here. You and your wife.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Because fear hath torment.
There go the torment right there that the Most High gave you, man. Go ahead.
He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
Y'all think that the ISUBK is adding to the scriptures and taking away from them, man. We're reading precept upon precept, line upon line, and you can find it here a little, there a little.
That's right.
This is not Officer Thamakia freestyling, man. This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 18.
Universal practical knowledge.
Start that over one more time and go all the way to 20.
Verse John chapter 4, verse 18. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear.
Right.
Because fear hath torment. He that feareth is not made perfect in love.
False prophecy.
Verse 19. We love him because he first loved us.
Listen to that, man. You gotta love the Most High.
Damn right.
Because he loved you first. How can you say you love the Most High first when you weren't even in existence to the sixth day, man? Good night. And Adam wasn't the firstborn, man. He was the first to get the laws, statutes, commandments from the descendants that he was of, because everybody else was living in fear.
Damn right.
Everybody else was like, look at those stars, man. I worship that one. You can have that one. What about this? You can have that one. No, I don't like, man, but who created that? Who loved them stars enough to give them that bright light? And guess who the stars are today, Israel? It's you. But you got to be chosen to be the light to Israel, man. You got to be chosen to do this work, man. And it's only one banner that this truth is under.
That's right.
The Isupk.
Damn right.
Because we give a damn about each and every book and school that was in this Holy Bible. It's your set apart record. And the Most High loves you, man. That's why we still here today in this same living book. Go ahead.
Real quick, we are no cowards in this school, man. We are not Christians. If you really love the Lord, at the same time, you're gonna have to war with Him, man. And the way you war with Him is with brotherhood and sisterhood, by separating from others of the nations, man. And we're not these soft Christians, man. Loving the Most High, loving your nation, means being prepared for warfare, man. Like all these other nations, man. About it earlier, every other nation is playing the race card to protect the integrity of their nation. So, and the people from Africa, the Zimbabwe people, are playing the race card to keep Zimbabwe a nation. You know what I'm saying? The Indonesians are playing the race card. The Chinese, man, the Taliban,
right,
is playing the race card to preserve their nation. They're going to war, man. And we are not Christians. We are not soft. We are no cowards, man. Christ is not a white man with the toga and flip-flops touching children, man.
Good night.
Loving God, loving the God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It requires, a mindset of warfare, man.
That's right.
I'm saying, like, you ready for the next verse?
Baba Shah, kind of priest.
Verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
Man, if a man say that he love God and he rather support other nations, he is a what?
He is a liar.
If a man say Proud Boys is more outstanding than the Most High, he is a what?
He is a liar.
Listen, this brotherhood and sisterhood is so elite that we're going to continue to push it, man.
That's right.
Whether you like it or not. And that's love.
Damn right.
Being corrected is love. Being checked is love, man. But a lot of y'all too weak to even handle a little bit of pressure. But you all about your favorite song, the pressure. It ain't pressure, it isn't pressure. But you can't even handle a pinch to the truth, man. We trying to set you free, but you rather be chained with yoke and being deceived by these wicked false prophets, man.
That's right.
By these wicked what?
Liars.
Go ahead, please.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
Last scripture.
Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
Listen, you gotta give back to your brothers and sisters.
That's right.
And how you do that is following these laws, statutes, commandments.
Damn right.
So they don't witness a half-stepping hypocrite that wants to be a Sadducees and Pharisees unto the scriptures of the Most High and His people. All right? The Holy Bible is only for you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Damn right.
Nobody else. Stop trying to convert everybody unto your reward. Because the only way that they're going to make it into heaven is being your handmaid and your servant.
Damn right.
It's time for you to start appreciating that from the Most High. That's what love is about, man.
Damn right.
Appreciation. Appreciate that the Most High gave you these laws, statutes, commandments to abide by. Giving you that structure. Giving you Commander General Yohana. Giving you the heavy hitters, the captains, and the priests and officers, man.
That's right.
And the prophets, all the way down to the troopers, man. Appreciate that. All right, we are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group.
That's right.
And the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Damn right. That's right.
He wants to, what do you call it? He wants to have a slave in the house, man. He wants the house nigga. Because the house nigga gonna do whatever the slave master says do. But guess what? It's time to start treating yourself like the slave master, man.
That's right.
It's time to start asking the Most High for your slaves, man. That's what time it is. That's real brotherhood and that's real sisterhood.
And it's in the scriptures too.
Damn right, priest.
Psalms verse 2, chapter 2.
Nah, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Give him that precept a little bit louder if you want to. All right, no sweat, man. Y'all stay in class, man. That's what you can do for the Most High. Stay in class, and like this priest said, getting all black.
That's right.
Getting all black so you can learn what it takes, and you can actually see what these priests and prophets go through day in, day out.
Right.
Yeah, trust me, it's gonna be a wake-up call. You're gonna be like, boy, it work like this?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Back then, Christ and them didn't have cars, man. They didn't have vehicles. They was riding on donkeys and horses and maybe ox. Who knows? They was getting around on foot. All right? And the rich man got around on a chariot that the horse pulled. All right? So you got it a little bit easy. Shouldn't be no excuse for being a coward.
Damn right.
All right? Because there ain't no cowards in here in ISUBK. We survived that. We survived it, man. And we're going to continue to survive it by following these laws, statutes, commandments correctly.
Perfectly.
Clearly. You get that, Al Sharpton?
All 613 laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That's what makes us hardcore, man. That's why we wear those shirts, man. We're not out here bluffing. We're not lying. We're not half-stepping. We're not out here putting out half-truths. We're working for our people, man.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? It takes courage, man, to practice your culture. To practice your culture 24 hours a day, man. We tell y'all on the street corners every time, man, y'all need to, if so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have any problems, any issues, especially y'all need to be calling us, man. You need to be calling your camp leader, man. So we are fully capable of policing our own, man.
That's right.
We don't need to dial 911, man. And this is life-threatening. But you don't need to call dial 911. You need to call your camp leader, man. You need to have us on speed dial. We're the ones who only give a damn about you, who will look after you. You know what I'm saying? If you're a single mother with kids and you're at home alone and you hear a noise outside, if you call up a priest or prophet, we'll be there in 5 minutes or less, man, to take care of you and give you that protection, man, that guidance, man. Christ is gangster, man. He says, if you're not with me, then you're scattering. We are about the work and the work of the Lord, the work of our King, man. We look at our people, man. The widow, the elderly, the old and young. You know what I'm saying? The weak and the strong, man. Our people, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. ISUBK is a family affair, man. It's a 24-hour culture, man. The culture doesn't stop once the video is done. Once the live teaching is over with, man.
Right.
We're still Israelites. We're still priests. We're still preparing for the next cookout, preparing for the next feast day. You know what I'm saying? This is real, man. The Bible is a living word, man. And it teaches us about the only living God out there, man. And that's the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. The God of so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That is our leadership. That is our guidance. That is our culture. There's nothing to take lightly, man. All the other nations weren't given the Bible. It doesn't pertain to them.
If I could.
Go ahead, sir.
Nah, after you finish.
No.
I
was rambling. Go ahead.
Nah, that's heavy because if you look at the timeline, right? And if you look at the Holy Bible specifically, each and every religion stole from your book, Israel. And they have been perpetrating and being, I'm not even going to say amazing imposters because it's another word that I'm looking for. Horrible imposters. You understand? This Bible is for you, but you let somebody steal your identity so good that they can play the role of you in movies and you be like, man, they look like that. Man, these commercials with the little flying naked white angels. Like, come on, man. That's perverting the scriptures. You will not find a naked little white baby, so-called angel, in the Bible nor in heaven. We can show you in the scriptures what they look like if you ask the question. Or if you want to look for it yourself, read the entire book of Ezekiel. You can even read Revelations. But I say start at Ezekiel if you want the real identity of who you are and where you come from and who has your back, man. All right. Let me get.
So, I think you already went through this, but Herman, we see a question you wanted to break down on my father's house are many mansions. You already did that, didn't you?
Yeah, I already did that.
Hey, don't sweat, Herman. If you could, so once the class is done, you can go back, and we did give you the breakdown on in my father's house are many mansions. But we got you. If you want some further explanation, we'll give it to you after class.
Here go a prime example right here. Look at the war crown, man.
Right.
It's 12 tribes on there.
Right.
12 tribes, man. All right. That's who your love should be going to, the 12 tribes.
That's right.
Let me get John chapter 13, verse 34.
It's the book of John, chapter 13, verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another.
All right. These letters are in what color?
Red, sir.
So that means your king, the king of Israel, is speaking. Man.
That's right.
He's not the king of just the Jews. He's the king of Israel. Yasharallah. Right? This is who he died for. The 12 tribes to come together and abide by these laws, statutes, commandments righteously. To live in the right spirit. To take your brother to counsel. To take your sister to counsel. If needed. If necessary. If being that there is a problem amongst our house. To get that resolved, situated, handled righteously.
Before the sun goes down.
Right. In less than 24 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's how you handle problems. You de-escalate it before it how you say it? Escalates. De-escalate it before it escalates. All right. You love one another. This doesn't say that love the Asians. This doesn't say that love the Africans. This doesn't say that love the stanky Chinese, man. The Japanese, the Arabs. It says one another. So if you see that 12 tribe chart, it doesn't matter where it stays right now at the time being in North America, Central America, or South America. Anywhere you are in the world, you love your own, man.
Damn right.
As one another. All right, if you look like you, act like you, and got the same curse as you, guess who he is? Man, that's your brother, your brotherman, and your sister. And it's time to start loving each other like these scriptures say. Go ahead.
As I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
Listen, in the book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 24, it says Christ only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Yeah, right.
That's how he is portraying to you as I have loved you. That you isn't for the world. All right? That you is the lost sheep of Israel. That's what that's for, man. We giving y'all precepts upon precepts. If you want to go look it up yourself or ask any questions, please do, or please wait till this video ends and rewind it, man. That's why we tell you to like and share it so you can have the information that's given, man. It's for free. It's free knowledge, man, and it's practical.
That's right.
All right, let me get verse 35, Bible Shop.
John chapter 13, verse 35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another.
Man, that's how we know if you really in the truth, man. If you really give a damn about people.
Right.
If you really give up the past life and abide by the Most High's will, man. That's how we'll know if you one of His disciples. But if you giving your love to everybody, if you not even giving a damn about your own people, then guess who you are, man? Yeah, think about that one.
Mm-hmm.
You're a traitor.
Right.
That's who you are. And you putting yourself against the Most High. If you considering joining the army or the military, guess who you are to the Most High?
Traitor.
You are a traitor. You are a liar. Okay? And the love of the Most High was never within you.
That's right.
You were never called nor chosen. You will be considered an enemy when Christ returns. All right? Jot it down. Take your notes on that, man. I will not join the Army, military, Air Force, Navy. Slap.
So that's exactly what's going on in Afghanistan right now. They're finding those who have sided with America in Afghanistan, and they're cutting their necks off, man. They're literally cutting their necks off.
I was this close on doing an article about women that wanted their family members back because they're getting violated. But Sluggy, go ahead.
I just want to bring that up because it's like Matthew, or it's like John 13:35. But this shall all men know that ye are my disciples. Christ is telling you how not to be a traitor, man.
Right.
He says, by this shall all men know that ye are my disciples. The next word is if, man. And so I always got to expand on that two-letter word if, man. That's conditional.
Damn right.
If you're a brother or sister and you believe that God loves everybody, you are no different than a traitor, man. Because if you love God, yeah, it's something you got to show. If you're with Him, and if you want to show that you are His disciple, you show it if, aka under the conditions of ye have love one to another. And just like the priest brought up, man, the another is your own people, man. It's called Black Latinos and Native Americans, man. You got to be selfish with your love, man. You have to be conditional with your love, man. You can practice perfect love, the perfect scriptural love, but don't give it out to everybody. Only to your people, man. Israelites, so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's what makes our message and this truth so potent and powerful, because we know who our target audience is. It's the same as Christ, His own people. We're not selling ourselves short. We're not showing all the other nations our card, which they already know. All the other nations know that we are God's chosen, man. All the other nations know and have been confederate and conspired against us to keep us dead, to keep us away from our culture, to keep us away from the truth. They all know about us, Israel, but you don't know. And you're going to get punished for that. It's in Psalms 83. You can read it yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? All the other nations have been confederate against us because we are God's chosen people.
That's right.
How proud and evil and wicked they are that they're going to go head to head with the God of the universe who sits in the fourth dimension by trying to imprison us, his own people, man. His chosen portion. We give it about ours, man. And our love is conditional. It's only for our people, man. And we show that because we have love one to the other, because we follow the instructions, the leadership of our king, Yahweh, dark-skinned brother from the tribe of Judah, man. I'm saying that's how we know that we are His disciples, man. Because we do what we do now. We teach our people, man.
Right. Nah, you on point, man. It's like an arrow. Hey, man, this is going to be the last scripture today. I had many more, but listen, this is a heavy class because we can go on and on about how elite the UPK Brotherhood and Sisterhood is, man. But y'all going to have to tune in, man, week by week. All right, tomorrow is Wednesday Biblical Law class. Today is Tuesday's Brotherhood. All right. So with the last scripture, let me get Mark chapter 12. Start at 29, Bible shot.
29. Calling another one come. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12, verse 29. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel.
Nah, hear the world.
Hear, O Israel.
Nah, hear old Christianity.
O Israel.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord our God.
The Lord our God. See how I said, O Israel, the Lord our God? Go ahead.
The Lord our God is one Lord.
It's one Lord. So you can't give him the name Allah. You can't give him the name Buddha. You can't give him the name Jesus. Because Jesus and God are two separate people, man. All right? Stop. How you said idolatry? Is that it? Yeah, stop it, man. Stop the madness, man. All right, go ahead. Give him verse 30.
Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul and with all thy mind and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment.
Listen, you may read the Bible and a lot of scriptures are repetitive. That's because we're a hard-headed, stick-necked people, and we know not what we do. But when it comes to your attention and you acknowledge it, and you are at fault for that, man. All right? Stop falling and falling and falling and not getting up righteously, man. Next time you slip, be like, man, I'm going to get this right, man. I'm going to start to love the Most High with my heart, with my soul, with my mind, with my strength, man. And that's a commandment. He's not asking you to do it. He's telling you to do it. Or there's consequences. All right? Reverend Al Sharpton was not loving the Lord with his heart, soul, mind, and strength.
Right.
He was loving that almighty God. He was loving that all, I don't even want to say it, Asian community. All right?
He was loving the God that loves everybody else.
Right. It's not a good look, Israel. Because what you are doing is you are giving judgment to your brothers and sisters that don't even know.
Right.
They don't even know what's going on in the world. Because the Lord doesn't deal with people individually. He deals with nations. All right? And we're the only nation that the Most High has ever dealt with. Why do you think we've been in Egypt for generations after generation? Not literally the Egypt in Africa. Because there's an Egypt over here. You being literal. Egypt means bondage. All right? We lost spiritually, we lost physically, and we lost mentally, man. Take back your mind. Take back your strength. Take back your soul by following these laws, statutes, commandments, man.
That's right.
And with that, we're the Israelite School University of Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. All right? And to end this class, I'm going to do a courteous salute to the brothers and sisters. Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakathum. To all the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shemar Lathum Hashem Yahushua. All right? Let's get to security now.
Calling out one come. These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the Isupk, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only.
Right.
They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, found in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara, Salakim, means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation.
The Feast of the Lord's upcoming Holy Convocation will be the memorial of blowing of the trumpets, first day of the 7th month, and this day will follow upon Monday, the 6th of September 2021. You can look this up and find it in Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 through 25.
Right. Remind Akim and Akwa to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf.
And we appreciate y'all tuning in to Tuesday's Brotherhood class. Like and share this again. And we're gonna put a little special song for the end of the class, man. All right. Bear with me for just a moment.
Israel.
Cops killing niggas, man. Word up, man. Voting ain't gonna help us, man. That's crazy as hell. Marching ain't gonna help us, man.
Right.
Protesting ain't gonna help us, man.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Have mercy on me. It ain't no joke, man. This shit ain't no joke. Like the boy Crop Wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets. H-E-L-L, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking out lease. God damn, what's next? I'm a girl broker with your boy. She did it in the text that if I couldn't have nothing, that I could have love besides love for the money and selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting older and it's getting played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Don't forgive me for my sins when my heart gave out. My dad died. Biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I gotta lead them not astray. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard in this life for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had heart and in my heart was no fear. Boy, I stayed in some trouble always stayed near. When you black in America, that's all you call here. I can't lie. Some days I wanna break down and cry. For me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Guess we living in hell till the heavens arrive. Nah, I mean,
What it's like for a nigga like me.
like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy, have mercy, have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the most high's the reason. But my heart's bleeding, so my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fucker than sleeping. Cause while you were sleeping during the evening, my brothers got gunned down over the weekend. Crashed out in the streets, left leaking. Laid out, white sheet, mom's grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end. Sink or swim, lose or win, saint or sin. Where does the change begin? And when does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work, and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I heard real folks still got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tend to offend. While I'm gripping this pen, Lord, please have mercy on me. Amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we're gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. It's time for us to rise out of our oppression. A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.